All right, so this is video number 2. What I want to talk about for like maybe 5 minutes is the two clashing ideas that are going on since this nation was founded, and that is freedom versus security. A lot of people are on both sides of the issue. Most people are somewhere in between on the issue, but I think it's something that we really need to, that I want to just give a quick thought on the two issues. So you could have the thought, the belief that, I'm going to use this current situation, that the COVID-19 coronavirus is a very dangerous virus and it needs to be dealt with in a very specific way. You may believe that, so that's the belief, okay, that it's a dangerous and more specific. A person who is liberty-minded will take the responsibility upon themselves to act as they see fit, as they see best. And they will talk to their friends, encourage their friends, try to persuade their friends on what is the best action to do. And they will live by example. And that's how they'll go, but they would never think about trying to use force, especially from the state, to force others to do what they believe to be right. Because they value personal freedom and liberty over security. They recognize in their belief that your rights, your right to travel, your freedom of association, to work, all these things are God-given, that they're out of the hands of the state. On the other side of the issue are those who believe in security. Now they believe the virus is just as dangerous as the original person. And they may believe exactly the same, in the same steps that need to be taken to get over this virus as quickly as possible. Exactly the same way, meaning quarantining yourself, staying home from work, limiting your social interactions to the maximum amount possible. The difference, however, is they believe that they have the right, that their beliefs trump everyone else's. They believe that that the state should be able to step in and dictate on how a person should act or behave during this emergency. They believe that their sense of right is and wrong. You got to remember, this is belief, and they'll also point to science a lot of the times, and very rarely recognize that science isn't, with very few exceptions, isn't set, especially in the world of like biology. We're still learning about this, but they'll go off whatever happens to be the popular belief of it that day, and they're willing to sacrifice their own personal liberties and the liberties of others in order to get the security they want. It's known as the greater good. The needs of the many outweigh that of the few, and they don't mind infringing on other people's rights because they have a belief that they don't know better. They believe that other people are acting foolishly and irresponsibly, and they believe that their actions, their quote-unquote foolish actions, are having a direct effect on them and everyone else. And so they believe that they have the right or that the state has a right to force other people to act in ways that they see as appropriate. Those are the two basic beliefs. Any of you know me, it's probably not a hard guess where I land on the issue, whether or not I take freedom over security. Let me give a warning to those who put security over freedom. First off, when you sacrifice your liberties for security, you're not going to get them all back. Especially since the fact, if the government can take it away, these aren't rights, they're privileges. So if you believe in security over freedom, then you do not believe in rights, you believe in privileges. Okay, that's an important distinction, because a right is something that no one can take away because they're God-given. Secondly, there'll come a time when it'll be used against you. You may think that the steps being taken now are appropriate, but there will come a day when other steps that you do not consider appropriate for whatever the emergency is, whatever the situation is, you will think that is not right. You will think they're violating your rights, but you won't have a leg to stand on because you believe in security. You supported security over liberty. There's a saying that liberty is dangerous. It is. It's not for the faint of heart. It's not for those who are weak. They say, you know, land of the free, home of the brave for a reason. It takes courage. So with that, there comes a chance where you have to deal with idiots who want to go around licking doorknobs and doing some stupid stuff. But the end cost, the end result of putting liberty over security is much better than the alternative. It's not hard to look around the world and find societies where they put security over freedom, and they paid a very heavy price. And then if they ever did wish to regain their liberties, they paid an even greater price. So that's just my 2 cents thoughts on the matter. Feel free to prove me wrong or disagree. I don't get offended either way. All right, you guys have a good night. Bye.